kids are the fuck hungry, bitch. My shit now, bitch. Hurry up. Hurry the fuck up.
So at this point, yes, now I do have an attitude problem. Yes, the fuck I do, and I don't have a hard time admitting it. Ain't nobody gonna check me or do a fuck thing about it.
There are so many ways to deal with a late pizza. You can just call the restaurant, ask for a refund, complain to the manager. Or apparently, you can drive down to Domino's, pull out your phone and start screaming at the employee. The thing is, this poor Domino's worker does not get paid enough to deal with this BS. It's just incredibly ratchet, annoying and stupid to be posting this video, let alone—
Hurry up, do the shit now. Let me—
This poor worker is just like standing there looking at them like this, like, what the fuck do you expect me to do? They probably didn't even work on her order. And the Domino's worker even refunded her, and she's still screaming in her face. The whole thing is just so stupid and ratchet. All of the people on Twitter are just roasting her. It's just anywhere this video comes up, everyone is in the comments just absolutely cooking her. And that's why she turned her comments off on literally all of the videos related to this. Although I'm not sure I agree with all of the casual racism on Twitter though. Some of that is pretty wild. If you look at her TikToks as well, while most of them are harmless, she just seems like the kind of person that if you met her in person, you would not like her. You wouldn't get on with her because she's so entitled. Unless that's you, then, maybe you'd be great friends. The whole video is just incredibly distasteful. It's incredibly ratchet and stupid. And somehow after all of this has happened, the woman recording watched the video back and thought, yeah, I'm posting this. The woman behind the camera goes by Shaka, the hair magician, or Perp Beezy on TikTok. And according to her later video, there actually was a reason she was angry. She said that she'd ordered Domino's for her children, but after around an hour, the food still hadn't arrived. She contacted the restaurant, but claims the whole situation eventually dragged on for around 2 to 3 hours. Eventually, she'd had enough and drove down there herself. Now, if you've genuinely waited hours for a pizza, anyone would be annoyed. But there's being annoyed and then there's this.
Hurry up, do the shit now. Let me see this motherfucker render, bitch. Cause my kids are the fuck hungry, bitch. Now call who the fuck you need to call. Tell my no ma'am. I never order from this motherfucker again, you dirty ass bitch.
According to her, when she got there, the employee claimed someone had attempted to deliver the pizza, but no one answered. Which is the likely scenario. That's what I already thought. But she didn't believe that. She says she called the babysitter, who told her no one had shown up. She also claims Domino's said they'd attempted to call her, but when she checked her phone, there was no call. So from her perspective, she'd waited hours for food that never arrived and was now being given a reason that didn't make sense. And that's fair enough, right? Everyone would be annoyed at that. If everything happened exactly like she described, then I would complain. I would ask for my money back, ask for the manager, but none of that means the person standing behind the counter deserves this.
Well, hurry up. Let me make sure it's in front of my motherfucking car. Cause you so motherfucking mouthy.
At this point, whatever sympathy I might have had is pretty much gone. Because regardless of what happened with the order, she's now screaming and swearing at an employee who's stuck behind a counter. What does she expect her to do? This isn't really her fault. And she actually gets annoyed that the employee is being, I quote, mouthy, which is incredible considering she's currently filming herself shouting at her. It's basically, how dare you have an attitude while I'm screaming in your face? At the end of the day, the employee is just trying to do their job. She has to stand there and deal with this nonsense while knowing she's being recorded. And somehow, she still manages to look calmer than the person holding the phone. Then we get the classic threat that she's never coming back, which by this point, I'm sure absolutely devastated everyone working there. But the craziest part is what happened afterwards, because when she left the restaurant, she still had this video on her phone. She could have calmed down, watched it back and thought, maybe I went a little bit too far, but instead she posted it. And people cooked her for it. The original video started spreading outside her page, with viewers overwhelmingly siding with the Domino's employee, unsurprisingly. Eventually, she deleted the original video because she got so much hate. But obviously by then it was too late. The video had already been reposted. But rather than leaving the situation there, letting the situation just die down, she decided to respond with an even worse video. After the backlash started, she posted this response. And first she talks about some of the more extreme comments she'd received, including people bringing her children into it and sending racial abuse, which obviously I don't condone any of that. It's completely out of line, but then she starts explaining what happened at Domino's.
Child, Asian child, Mexican child, it don't matter. A hungry child is a hungry child, and no child should be hungry if their mother already purchased and paid for a pizza 3 hours ago. That just don't make sense, and it didn't add up to me. So at this point, yes, now I do have an attitude problem. Yes, the fuck I do, and I don't have a hard time admitting it. Ain't nobody gonna check me or do a fuck thing about it. Yeah. So I cussed that bitch the fuck out.
If you look at her response videos, they're not any better. Also, I think it's incredibly stupid that she released this video shouting at a Domino's worker without the context. She is so dumb that she didn't even include the context that she'd been waiting hours for a pizza that she'd called previously. It hurts my brain that people like this exist. She made herself look so bad when, in her mind, she thought, oh yeah, this is a good video. It makes the Domino's employee look stupid. And it just backfired in the most obvious way, but clearly not obvious enough for her, because she's stupid. And sure, while the response videos do give some context to the situation, which helped, I mean, it helped a little, but at the end of the day, she still looks really bad. And in the responses, you can tell she's so arrogant and she's just not really very regretful of the situation. She still thinks she's in the right, despite everyone telling her that she's in the wrong. She says she'd been waiting hours for the pizza, that her children were hungry, and that she believed Domino's was lying about attempting the delivery and calling her. Understandably, she was annoyed, if this was actually what happened. But it still doesn't really address what everyone was angry about. No one was mad because she complained about a late pizza. They were mad because how she treated the employee. At the end of the day, this employee was probably not even dealing with her pizza at all. Yet she got a ton of abuse. And hey, I don't know what her situation was. Obviously she had a babysitter, but couldn't she have just made them food, prepared them food, or the babysitter made them food? I just wonder if her kids are always eating Domino's and just greasy, disgusting food. Not that that's the point of this video, but you know what I mean. And after posting the video, she could have just been like, you know, I was angry. I shouldn't have spoken to her like that. I'm sorry. People would have just let it go. But she's so entitled. She started defending herself. And at one point, she even brings out the classic line, the customer is always right. However, in this situation, she is so fucking wrong. I swear that sentence has probably given retail workers nightmares for decades. Just because she's the customer, it doesn't really give her the permission to treat employees however the hell she wants. Even if her complaint was entirely true, this is just such a stupid, entitled way of going around it. And at this point, you'd think, you know, maybe let's just stop posting about it because then it will now eventually die down. Because the original video went viral, she already made her response, it's done. However, then she made another video.
Still waking up to death threats. Still waking up to all these crazy ass inboxes, man. Y'all better get the fuck on, man. I ain't racist, but I'm motherfucking about to be. Cause y'all ain't gonna keep coming for me. Okay then? Okay then. Talking about I would berating that girl. Shit, she berated me. And my motherfucking kids. You don't talk shit about nobody kids. That's the number one rule. You don't talk shit about nobody kids. Come on now.
At this point, we're now several videos deep into something that started because a pizza didn't arrive. It's all about a pizza. How stupid is this? And that's what makes this entire situation so ridiculous. I mean, think about how simple this could have been. My order hasn't arrived. I've been waiting for hours. Can I get a refund? Done. The situation is done. Like, as annoyed as you might be, it's done. But instead, it became a viral TikTok pizza argument. And then this turned into multiple response videos. And she turned off the comments on all of these videos, by the way, because I'm assuming people don't really agree with her. The weirdest thing about this whole thing, though, is that she might have actually had like a legitimate complaint. You know, like according to her events, she'd wait in hours, which is annoying. Her children hadn't received her food, and she says nobody called and nobody showed up. If that is what happened, then that's horrible service. She could have done so many things, complain, leave a bad review, but no, she just made this horrible video. So in the end, she came off even worse. And I can tell you, I do not think we're going to get an apology from her anytime soon. I think this is just how she is. It's just such a shame that this was taken out on someone who's so innocent in all of this. She didn't deserve this. I mean, can you imagine having like a long day, then she walks in, she's the customer that walks into your store, and you have to deal with her ratchet shouting at you. It would make anyone want to quit.
My kids are the fuck hungry, bitch!
Anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts on this. I think it's just so incredibly stupid. But yeah, thank you guys. See you next video.